Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Tron on the draw for game one. I will imprint the Ugin, cast a Mind Stone, and pass. Almost want to clear the way with TKS next turn before we play the Flesh Raker. In that case, I actually wonder if I should have held the Mind Stone. Well, this is Ruby Storm. Let's see. There's a K command. So we can do one of two things. We can TKS here or K command X3, exile the Row. Well, we're going to exile the Row. That much is clear to me. And done. Row down. Do we play the Flesh Raker now? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we need pressure on board, so we'll cast the Flesh Raker now and pass. This is 5, 6. Opponent will dig, finds talent resolve. Passing misses land drop, that's huge. Play the power plant, cast the Flesh Raker. Always yield, always yield. ETB triggers. And triggers. Let's take a look at that hand of yours. And we find an impulse draw or a ritual. I mean, the hand's redundant, so what hurts them more? Not being able to dig? I mean, they found what earlier? Resolve talent? So let's take the ritual, I think. And then go to combat, swing out, and pass. Lethal's on board if I draw into a colorless source. So we took the ritual. So they can ritual into a resolve. There's the ritual. Ritual, impulse, land, crack, impulse. But I don't think that's going to be enough. And now they're in lethal range. And that should be GG's. Good stuff. Alright, so for game 2, 3, I want to bring in basically all of our hate pieces. Alright. Should also probably have a Vexing Bauble on the side. Maybe 3 Chalice's main, 1 Vexing Bauble on the side might not be wrong. Tremont Crypt's also decent, but actually we'll keep the Crypt inside. Yes. So we're on the draw. We can actually probably drop the Abstergo and even the Swamp. Dust is doing nothing. I'm gonna keep the Trinisphere on the side. Keep the Chalices in main, Trinisphere on the side. Because we can always go Tron into Trinisphere, but we can't go Tron into Karn Chalice. Oh gosh. And definitely the 4th Chalice in. Because you just want to land Chalice on 2 as quickly as possible. Maybe just trim out a Karn, honestly. Stonebrain's fine. I actually kind of hate Stonebrain in this matchup. Now I think about it. Never mind. We're going to cut out the Stonebrain. It's been a while since I played Tron. We're going to mulligan this hand. This hand is not much better. That hand... These hands have been kind of garbage. We have a Chalice on 1 on 2. That's not good. We have a Dismember for Ral, but that's still not good. Looking again. There's Tron on 3. Pitch, Temple, Map, TKS or Command. Probably the TKS. And done. Pass. Draw. Natty Tron. We love that. Scouting Turn, Fetch, Surveil. Runs Resolve to Yard. The question is whether or not we get a turn 3. I mean, I'm doubtful. Pretty sure we'll just die on 3 unless they just have a really rough hand again. Little Fetch, Mountain 4, Ruby Medallion, draw, Sire, play Power Plant, pass. At this point, I'm just going to pause on end step and pray. Pretty sure we lose here. Ren's Resolve. Fine. Scouting Tarn, Wish. Scouting Tarn, Fetch 17 for a Mountain to a Ritual. Manamorphose, close enough. It's a +1. Up to 3 mana. Draw a card. Artist Talent lets them start cycling. Ritual up to 4. Pitching a Mountain, drawing a card. Artist Talent's such a good card. 4 mana. Wish down to 2 mana. 3 cards in hand. And you don't have enough for Piff yet. Don't think you have enough. Firebrain Scheme, exile the top card, or choose one of them. Choose Impulse. Don't have Impulse draw. And another Impulse draw. End step. I will crack the map for Tower. Honestly, I kind of wish I kept the Abstergo now. But we'll grab a Tower. We'll draw Ugin. So we can do one of two things here. We can K-Command X equals 5 to dig, or I can Ugin exile Artist Talent. I think I need to dig for Chalice or Trinisphere here. So we're gonna go digging. Dig 5 to 6 deep, and done. Finding a whole lot of nothing. 3 cards in hand, a Ren's Resolve. So there is a couple of thoughts here. We could grab Karn for Tormod's Crypt and empty their yard in the instance they wish for Pith. Yes. I think that might be the best case scenario here. I'd rather draw into something else than the TKS. So I think TKS bottom, Karn top draw. We'll cast the Karn. And let's see here. Minus Karn for Tormod's Crypt. Tormod's Crypt and hold. Yeah, because no Piff and Yard yet. No reason to Tormod's Crypt right now. Land for turn. Surveil. Because, yeah, if they set up for Pith, then this Tormod's Crypt's pretty good. Then we can go into Trinisphere next turn. Ren's Resolve. Finds Valakut Awakening. They can redraw their hand, but that's about it. Ritual up to 4 mana. Pitches Pith. So this will be... There's still no reason to Tormod's Crypt, because if they cast the Pith with Flashback, we just then Tormod's Crypt in response. Yep, Ritual resolves. Pith's still in yard. There's Ral. There's Valakut Awakening on the stack. Pitching Wear Tear. Does the Ral flip? Fails to flip the Ral. Valakut Awakening. Draw 3. Draw 3. 3 fetch, 2 mana. There's another Ritual. Yield all. They flip the Ral. Misses on the Ral flip. 4 mana, 2 cards in hand. Flashback. I will let... Okay, so cancel that. Let the Artist Talent trigger resolve. Pitches Wish. Ral trigger resolves. Whiffs. Tormod's Crypt. And pass. Casts. The thing is, they cast anything, they need to let the untimely malfunction? What? They exile my yard instead? Wild. Absolutely wild. I mean, okay, yeah. What do I do about that? There's Manamorpho, so they should win from here. They just need 1 mana. Damn. Untimely malfunction with the clutch redirect. I mean, I think I still played that correctly. I don't think we play around an untimely malfunction. What are the freaking chances of that happening? So we 1000% die. I'm just going to make sure my opponent sees the line, but they should be able to wish for Grape Shot here and win. Damn. Okay. Oh, that's so brutal. I wonder, I mean, yeah, there's no world where I play around Untimely Malfunction. I just don't think that's something I do. That's ridiculous. There's the Manamorphose. I mean, you have all the mana in the world. There's nothing I can do here. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, if that Tormod script had gone off, I'm pretty sure we would have won. Alright, cast Wish from Yard for the Grape Shot, and that is a clean 20 damage. And you got it. Yep. Will not belabor the point. You presented lethal, we'll concede. Alright. Do we change anything here now that we're on the play? I don't think so. Maybe I keep the Abstergo in? No, I think we just run it back. Absolutely wild. Oh, I should have cut the gemstone. That's what I should have done. Flute's nice. K command's nice. We'll keep. We get the dig with Devourer for Chalice. So I do like that actually. Do this. Actually, might want to tuck the Ugin. It's more likely that we play the Devour than the Ugin here. Reveal Devour, trigger Devourer, Chalice of the Void, draw, lab, imprint. Let's go Devourer then. And pass. And hold on the off chance it's relevant. Opponent will surveil. I think on end step, I'm going to flute Ruby Medallion. Because this delays the Medallion, and we have K command for Ral. And that allows us to then land Chalice on 2 next turn. So they go for a Ral here. We can just K command it. There's Artist Talent. That will resolve. End step. I will K command here. Go digging. Mine. Ugin. Ugin bottom. Do I want mine right now? I actually will take the mine. We'll draw mine stone. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Chalice of the Void and Mind Stone. Well, I guess we play the Mind Stone, then a Chalice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we'll just go Chalice here. X equals 2. And pass. We have Ugin next turn to get rid of the Artist Talent. Mind Stone's gonna get stuck in hand, but that's fine. Opponent will draw a card. Bloodstained Mire, fetch 18. Sacred Foundry, shock. Do you have a prismatic ending? Artist Talent to level 2. That's fine. We play the tower. Ugin, exiled talent. Ugin plus a 2-turn clock is now in play, and we have Tron next turn. And this is looking pretty good. Opponent will cast Prismatic Ending on Chalice. Chalice down. Do you have a Ral? Manamorphose is mana neutral plus a card. Ren's Resolve, dig 3, finds the Ral. We'll draw. I will gain 3 life, draw off Ugin. There's a Mind Stone. We'll play the Power Plant. I'm going to crack with Mind Stone here. Ugin targets nothing, yield all. Crack the Mind Stone, finds a tower. I will play a Mind Stone, yield all. I will again crack the Mind Stone for a Chalice. 1, 2, 3, 4. X equals 2 is back on board. And we will pass in full. All right, opponent, back to you. And Ugin is at 11. We have the win on board. With the combo finish, can you get out from underneath the Chalice? This is why I like Mind Stone. That's just never a dead draw, which is so relevant. Wish. Prismatic. Yep, that's fine. That's GG's. Draw. Ugin will ult. So we're going to go... let's see here. Flesh Raker, Flesh Raker, Flesh Raker, Karn. Opponent will scoop it up, and we claim the win for the match. Solid win against Ruby Storm. We'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. I will keep this. Power plant, map, pass, and pass. It's a turn 3 sire. Plays Rift Bolt? Hold on. Is this good old-fashioned mono-red burn? Or Boros burn? No freaking shot. Rift Bolt target me? Down to 17. Do I need to play around Smash to Smithereens? Hasting? What the fresh hell are you hasting? A Ragavan? Bolt Wave? Hasting a Bolt Wave. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chandra's Incinerator. Ha! Yeah, put a pause on end step. Down to 8. Crack the map. Alright, alright, alright. Play, grab the mine. Draw. Devour. How does Chandra's Incinerator reads? Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, this creature deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker that opponent player controls. I mean, they're often gonna be hitting. They would need what? No, there's no way. There's no way they kill Sire. There's no way. We just play the Sire. Like, sitting here wondering, do I devour that? But no, we play the Sire. We pass. You pass. There's no way they can kill the Sire. There's no way. They can't Burrow's Charm Lightning Bolt because of Arena Glory being tapped. If that was untapped, that was a very real possibility. But because they hasted the Incinerator, there's no way. Bonus all that too. Wild. Burn, hasting in a Chandra's Incinerator. To think I'd see the day. Okay, I mean, Chalice is still good here. Dismember, not so much. I do not want to be hurting myself. Abstergo, not really. I'm doubtful they play Moonafet. I mean, it's not outside the possibility, I guess. Don't need the Cavernous Souls. We could bring in the 4th Chalice. That's not a bad idea. Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2 pretty much bricks them. Also be mindful of the fact they probably are going to bring in Smash to Smithereens. The thing is, I don't have a lot that I want to bring in here. Or hell, even bring out. Like Allah's Dust, for example. I don't think... I mean, it's okay. There might be a world where that's relevant. So maybe just keep the Abstergo, bring in 2. What do we bring in, though? This is where maybe a Vexing Bauble would be good. So maybe cut a Chalice for a Bauble. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, the Suspend, they're only going to be running Rift Bolt. Maybe Slick Shot. Big maybe there, though. Disruptor Flute, kind of cute, but maybe not. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. Burden's not exactly a match I'm expecting to play against. Maybe we just keep a couple Dismember, honestly. Maybe we just keep a couple of them. 4th Chalice in, just run it back like this. Imagine we're on the draw for game 2. Sure enough, there's Tron, there's Chalice, there's K-Command and Karn. This hand is beautiful. Hopefully I don't die prior to be able to play anything. There's Goblin Guide, doing Goblin Guide things. Trigger, what do we find? We find a Sire. Sire's pretty good. We play the map and pray they don't have a Smash. Do you have a Smash? 2nd Goblin Guide. That's 4, trigger 1, trigger 2. Finds a Dismember. They have 1 land. Huh. We could Chalice on 1, but going down to 10 here, they can't kill me. How does Smash read? Hold on. Smash to Smithereens. Destroy target artifact. Smash deals 3 damage to target opponent's controller. Targets only the artifact, not any player. If the artifact becomes an illegal target by the time Smash tries to resolve, won't resolve, and none's effect will happen. No damage will be dealt. So we don't have to crack the map early. So we can sit on the map then. Yeah, we just let you go for it. Second mountain. Again, we don't have to worry about the smash. Lava Spike down to 11. What else you got? Scared down to 8. So we're going to do this a bit specifically. Goblin Guide 1 will resolve. We see Karn. Do I want Karn right now? Not really. We already have 1 in hand. So we'll crack the map for Tower. Second one goes off. We find a power plant. We'll pass down to 4, though. Ooh. We'll draw. So how do you want to proceed here? This is where it gets interesting. We have Tower. I don't think Sire's good enough here. So I'm thinking Fleshraker and the Chalice on 1 or 2. Chalice on 1 or 2. So, Fleshraker. Chalice on... We could go K-Command, Exile. Yeah, Chalice on 1 or 2. If we go 2, we have a blocker for the Goblin, but then we have to block with a Fleshraker, which I don't want. Yeah, I think we have to go Chalice on 1. It's always give and take if it should be on 1 or 2, but I think 1 in this instance. So we're going to go Chalice on 1. And done. Yield all. Yield all. Hold up the K command and pass and hold and pray. Arid Mesa. 3 cards in hand. Go to combat, attack the Goblin Guides, trigger 1, trigger 2, trigger 1, trigger 2. Go to blocks, block, K command. I'm going to ramp exile, or at the very least exiling. Do I want to ramp? We have 7, 9, 10 mana. No matter what. I'm going to ramp Scrydraw, or exile Scrydraw. And done. Always yield. Always yield. Goblin Guide down. Finds Devourer. I kind of want to find an Ugin, honestly. I'm going to go bottom. Tower. Smash on Chalice. Down to 1. Yikes. Arid Mesa fetch. They have 1 more burn spell. Second main. No burn spell. We draw another tower. We'll play the tower. We have Karn. Trinisphere doesn't cut it. We can't haste Sire. We don't have a way to lethal, I don't believe. At the very least, we cast Karn. That much is certain. Wonder if we should leave a Chalice on the side, maybe. Karn. Liquid Metal doesn't cut it either, I don't think. Battleship doesn't make sense here. How much damage can we deal between Ballista? So this would be 6, 8, 4, 6, plus 2, 8, down to 8. I mean, yeah, we need the Sire, but we need to somehow make it a turn, and that's asking a lot right now. Okay, so let's think about something real quick here. If they had a 1-mana spell in hand, they would have killed us, right? Okay, so let's do this. First off and foremost, we're casting Sire's 7 Death. If they had a 1-mana spell in hand that could kill us, they would have done so. So they don't have a 1-mana spell that can kill us. It's possible, however, that they could have a 2-mana spell that could kill us. So, with that thought in mind, what 2-mana spell should we name with Disruptor Flute? Don't give them a Smash Trigger? Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe just don't give them a Smash Trigger. Maybe that's what we have to do. Is just not give him a Smash Trigger here. I mean, it could go Ballista. Ballista's fine, because then we can always sack it in response and it'll fizzle. Because the other option is to go Disruptor Flute and name Searing Blaze. Or to name Boros Charm, right? Like, we could do that, but then it gives them a Smash Trigger. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. I guess, yeah, I guess I'll just go Ballista. Go Ballista. X equals 1, triggers, ETB trigger, and attack for 2 and pray, like my life depends on it. We have lethal on board. They draw into a card. What do you have? Paying cost for Lava Spike. They must have drawn into the Lava Spike. So there's not much we can do about that. You know what? You can't kill me. I kill me. Not allowed. Alright. Alright. Game 3. I do wonder if I want to keep a Chalice on the side. Maybe bring in Ballista. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Let's run it back. On the play for game 3. That's a mulligan. We can make this work, though. We'll keep Pitch Power Plant, done, reveal, trigger. Chalice or Ugin? Kind of weird. Ugin gains us life, but we could Chalice on 2, or Chalice on 2 for 1. Ooh, this is interesting. How quickly can we get the Ugin of double K command? So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. It wouldn't be until turn 4, and that feels too slow. So I think we have to go for Chalice here. Go for Chalice of the Void. Temple, pass. We can Chalice on for 1 on 2. We'll hold. Arid Mesa, fetch 19. Mountain for Monastery Swiftspear will pass. Draw. So in that case, what I'll do here is ramp and exile the Swiftspear. Done. And then Chalice for 1. And pass. And pass. Opponent passes. No plays. Do we hold up the K command or go Flesh Raker here? They could have Searing Blaze. I think I might hold up the K command, but I do want to apply Pressure is the only problem. Is Searing Blaze sorcery speed or instant speed? Searing Blaze. It is instant speed. You do need the landfall trigger for the 3 damage though. We're missing our land drop, which is the only downside. We could go K command now to try and find the land drop. You know, I think we're going to go Flesh Raker. We'll go Flesh. If they have Searing Blaze, they have Searing Blaze. And pass. And pass. 3 lands. Any castables? Paying cost for Damp Sphere. That is something. We'll draw. Play mine. So we can K command or map. I mean, we can map trigger K command at instant speed. I think that's fine. So map trigger. Always yield. Always yield. Because we can play through our Chalice. Go to combat, swing for 2, hold up the K command X1. 4 mountains, any castables. There's Skewer the Critics in response. I'm gonna ramp and scry draw. And done. Yes. Triggers. Gemstone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6, so it's not castable. To bottom draw. Flesh out. We draw. Mind Stone. I will cast the Mind Stone. Next turn we have Devourer. We'll hold. Paying cost for Rift Bolt. We'll sack in response. And if they want to send their burn spells at my tokens, not at me, I'm okay with this. We draw. Lab. No imprint. And we'll cast the Devourer. We'll pass. And pass. This way I can start clocking them. Draw. No reason to show that we have nothing here, though I guess we can redraw. So we can redraw off the Mind Stone, and that would leave us with 5 mana. Yeah, I suppose we redraw. Ugin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll pass and pass. 1 land gets us Ugin, and Ugin should be the win. I feel like the Damping Sphere almost hurts them more than it hurts me. K command, so we can K command, but this Devourer is presenting lethal damage. We'll just hold. And what say you, opponent? Did Chalice of the Void get us there? There is Skullcrack down to 16. And this is Chandra's Incinerator. Except it's taxed by 1. You cannot play the Incinerator. We will K command, ramp, and scry draw for 4. Power plant doesn't matter here. I guess we'll still grab it just out of principle. And if I will scoop it up, we'll take the win. Solid win against Burn. We'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3. On the draw for game 1, we'll keep, reveal, and pass. I mean, this is Tron on 3 into Ugin, into Fleshraker, K-Command, Devourer. The only thing that absolutely ruins us is a Force or a Counterspell. So we'll keep that in mind with this Devourer here. I think we grab the Lab just in case. So grab the Lab and draw, mine, map, pass. Map will resolve. Spirebluff Canal feels like Affinity, if I had to guess. Shivan Reef, definitely looking like Affinity. Hashtag wish I had my Chalcen opening hand moment. Tormod's Crypt, Claws of Gix. That's a lot of munitions. That's what, 6 damage worth right now. Oh, Salvage Titan. Well, shit. That is 6 damage down to 14. Salvage Titan triggers the weapons manufacturing. That's a turn 2 Salvage Titan. In addition to 6 damage. That's pretty good. We'll draw. There's Power Plant. We'll play the Power Plant and pray that we get another turn. Because we're going to get clocked the 8. We can Ugin, Exile, Titan. But we have to be mindful that they can always sacrifice Titan the Claws. Down to 8. Emery resolves. Finds Opal, Pinnacle, and EE. EE's a bit scary. End step, crack the map. We'll grab the tower. We draw. Do they have Rebuke mana? They do, which is another issue in its own right. Shit. I don't want to proceed then. So we go tower. They have 1 card in hand. How does Salvage Titan read? Exile 3 artifacts from your graveyard. Return this card from graveyard to your hand. So what I want to do here, I think, is resolve Ugin 0 and then try for Fleshraker or K-Command. That's where I'm kind of at right now. The biggest thing is I need to ensure that they can't just pop off of these munitions. Yeah, okay. I think we just go for it. Ugin. Attempt to exile the weapons. Yield all. Do you have the rebuke? Oh, you son of a bitch. Yes, that is lethal damage. We will concede. I mean, opponent had it all. They had a turn 2 Salvage Titan with Rebuke up. Like, come on. They sometimes bring Blood Moon in, so we need to be mindful of that. 3 Chalice's main is good. Filigree Silex could be relevant, though do we want that off of Karn? Dismember seems right for Emery. All His Dust does deal well with Kappa. So maybe just keep everything as is, trim out the gemstone, call it. Yeah, let's do that. On the play for game 2, do we see a Chalice main? We do not. This hand is not keepable. We mulligan. 2 Chalices main. We can keep this. Do we pitch a Chalice? Yes. go Temple, Chalice 0, Tower, Fleshraker, into K Commander TKS depending on our draws. Seems good. Yes. I think so. I will keep. I will pitch the Chalice. Done. Temple, Chalice 0, and pass. Hold up K command on the off chance it's relevant. And hold. Sparbluff Canal. They could still go Pinnacle Emissary and try and set for a Kappa, which we need to be mindful of. Speaking of, there is... No? Is it not Pinnacle Emissary? It is, okay. There's the Warp. Chalice always yield. And Pinnacle Emissary always yield. Actually, no, that's probably not always yield. Chalice doesn't always yield, and until end of turn will probably yield you, yeah. Okay, so only 2. I don't think I need a K command. I'm not that worried about a Kappa here on 3. Or on 2, rather, so I'm kind of okay with this. Emissary Warps. If I dump their hand, I think I'd be a bit more worried about a Kappa, but they didn't. There's Mind Stone. So we can do one of 2 things here. We can either ramp towards the TKS or play the Fleshraker next turn and hope we draw into a land. Let's play it a bit risky. We're going to go Fleshraker and pass. So we're looking for a land off top, because with a land off top, we can then play the Mind Stone into the TKS. That would be ideal. Fari Islet attacks with the drone since they can't block anyways. They're not holding up Rebuke, but might be holding up Consign. Four cards in hand. And passing. Land. Ooh, that's pretty good land. I will play the Temple. We could just play the TKS, but we'll play the Mind Stone. Triggers. Always yield. Always yield. Attempt to resolve TKS. TKS resolves, yield all. We have Blood Moon, EE, Metallic Rebuke. Why would you not hold back a drone for Rebuke? That's insane to me. Opponent will concede. We'll take the win. Alright. We'll bring the Gemstone back in. Yeah, I think we can probably... Actually, Abstergo still seems good here. Maybe just pitch a Swamp. Yeah, probably. Let's run it back. Oh, we don't need basics. Not in this matchup. Yeah, with Affinity being as prevalent and Ruby Storm, it does make me consider looking at Tezzeret again. Tezzeret could be good. Helps grab hate pieces. We'll keep this. We're digging for Power Plant. We can dig 4 deep. Power Plant, since we're on the draw, Power Plant or map. We'll pass. Do you have a Pinnacle Emissary? You do. Bobble Trigger. EE trigger. So waiting for Chalice right now is kind of pointless. Warp trigger. Well, speaking of the Chalice, there's Chalice. I mean, I guess we could go for Chalice on 0, funny enough. But probably better for me to go Lab here and ramp to Karn. So Imprint, Ugin, or Devourer. I'm going to say Devourer will Imprint and leave the Ugin pocketed. We'll pass in full Saga trigger. Okay. We have to play on Rebuke. So I'm hoping they tap down that island, but not for Kappa. Just not for Kappa, and we're good. Oh. Shit, it's a Kappa. Alright, well, there's Kappa trigger. Draw. Map. Interesting. So we could Flesh Raker in the map. Though there's a world where maybe the right move is to Karn into Bridge. Huh. I think Flesh Raker in a map might be right, though. We'll Flesh Raker into map. Trigger always yield. We'll pass. Because right now we're playing around Rebuke is the biggest thing. We'll pass in full. Saga trigger. Now they could pull Pithy Needle. This a Pinnacle Emissary triggers the Kappa. Currently 8 damage down to 12. Yes. They tapped out their blue source, which is relevant. We draw. Bobble target me. We draw. Another map. Map is mana neutral. Okay, hold on one second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is perfect. So we are going to play Karn the Great Creator. I'm going to Karn minus, yes, for Bridge. I'm going to cast Bridge and cast Map and pass and pass. Have fun, opponent. What can you do through a bridge? You can Pithy Needle for, let's say, Karn, but I don't think it's going to do you any good through bridge. Not when I also can assemble Tron next turn in this Ugin and just start wrecking havoc. Especially if Flesh Raker also acting as a clock. I mean, I think this is GG's. I don't foresee a good way of them getting out of this one, but let's see. Grabs a bauble? Really? Why a bauble? I would have thought they would have brought in something like Pithy Needle. Karn down to 1. Would like a way to block these drones, but if you can get empty-handed, I don't think it matters. Emissary, Crypt, triggering. And what else? Emery finds Boots, Closet Gix, not gonna matter. Paying cost for another Kappa in hand. You need a blue source in which you don't have. That's not how Improvise works. You need the blue source. The artifacts only tap for generic. Yeah, opponent did not see that one. They shouldn't have played the Emery if they were going to do that. Not that I think it matters. We will draw. Finds tower. In that case, I don't want to crack the map. We will play the tower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Ugin. Fleshraker Ugin will exile the Emery, yield all. Karn plus on EE or Crypt, we'll say the EE. And then Ugin 0, and we'll pass at this point. And pass. They can't attack down Karn. Ugin's now on board. If we draw into something, we can exile the Kappa. They clearly have a Kappa in hand plus 1 unknown. Again, we can assemble Tron next turn if we want. Not that we really need to. We can just kind of stall out the game and slowly but surely kill them with Fleshraker. Yeah, this should be GG's. I don't see a world where it's not. As long as we stay empty-handed, these drones are kind of a pain. So there's Kappa. Yep. Kappa number 2. That's fine by me. Kappa number 3? Jesus Christ. That hand was pretty damn good. We'll draw. Mind Stone. So in that case, what we can do is crack the map. Actually, I guess we can do this. So 0 Ugin. Crack the map. Grab Power Plant. Play Power Plant. And then we have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. So we can start exiling the Kappas many different ways over. So Carnal plus on the Bauble. I will cast the Mind Stone as its mana neutral. We'll exile the Pinnacle Emissary. Actually, no, we'll exile the Pinnacle Emissary. Yield all. So then we have 7 plus 4. Return Devour to hand. Cast Devourer. And what's the biggest one? A 16/16? And then Ugin will say no because we don't have enough for both of them. Ugin, no. Fleshraker, yield all. Pay the 7. Yes. Kappa down. And pass. And pass. I mean, as long as we keep on playing this smart, again, I just don't see a way out of this. Opponent realizes it too, and that is GG's. Solid win against Affinity. We'll be back for match 4. Alright, we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1, supposedly against Affinity. I mean, it's a turn 2 TKS, which is nice. I mean, supposedly opponents on Affinity, but we are playing into the blind for all intent and purpose. We'll keep. Temple, map, pass. Now we could have played it a little bit risking, went mine, map, pass, and hoped for a Tron land off top, but I think going for the TKS is right here. Spirebluff Canal seems like Affinity to me. Paying cost for EE. Memnite. Opal. Rebuke mana is up. Rebuke mana is offline. Ravager on 1. Interesting. Of course we could find the Tron land. I mean, his 8 hits off top's like, what, 12.5% on 1? I will still go for the TKS here, though. Let's see why you went turn 1 Ravager. TKS hits. What'd you get? Kappa. Goodbye, Kappa. And pass. And pass. And there's Saga Trigger. 1 unknown in hand. We can't block the Ravager, unfortunately. Can't block either. Why would you not attack? I physically can't block the Ravager because you could just sacrifice Memnite EE Drum and get it into trading range. If you really were aggressive, you could sacrifice the Opal. Like, there's no world where I block the Ravager. Karn. That's pretty good. I'll play the Mine and pass. And once Karn hits board, it's GG's. Saga Trigger. Islet, 1 unknown. Blue, Thoughtcast. Kappa, Weapons. That's fine. Still allows for Saga to construct. Map Crack. For Tower. Draw. Tower. This becomes interesting now, because they'll make a construct. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I mean, yeah, we'll still play the Karn. Does a Karn. Do you sack things the Ravager now's the question. You don't. So in that case, we will plus Karn on EE here. So EE out. Shrink the Saga. Bone chose not to eat with the Ravager, which is a bit surprising. We have Ugin next turn. As well as next turn we can go Filigree Silex, clear their board, shy of Ravager. Yep. They could potentially have a Pithy Needle main. That is a possibility. If they have Pithy Needle main, that would be trouble, actually. Another Saga Trigger. I mean, we pass and there's not much we can do here. So I'll block the Construct. Karn will take 2. They'll draw a card. Do you have Pithy Needle? You have Boots, doesn't matter. Munitions, that's fine. The only downside of the munitions is that we do Silex. Why would you not attack with a Ravager Memnite? Of course I'm going to block the Construct. That's wild. Okay. We'll draw a card. I'm not sure that matters here. Alright, Islet and draw. Fleshraker. Play the Power Plant. Okay. So we can go Fleshraker into Ugin. Ugin 0. We can clear their board, sans the Ravager, and then take 2 from the munitions. Yeah? Yeah. So I'll go Fleshraker. They could have Rebuke up, actually. Minus Karn. Yes. For Filigree Silex. I forgot that they drew a card off the TKS. For a second there, I thought they were empty-handed, so I'm glad we sequenced that. So we'll go Filigree Silex, cast the Silex, trigger. And we have the mana to pay for Rebuke. So clear the constructs, clear the munitions, clear the opal. The only downside is we're leaving the manufactory on board, but it is what it is, I think. I will pass. No reason to pop the Filigree Silex right now. If they play an artifact, we will, because this is on ETB, not on cast. We need a Silex sweep prior to attack of the constructs. I mean, we just Filigree Silex at this point then, yeah? So we will sacrifice the Silex. There's munitions. Do you pop the Fleshraker or Karn? That's my question. Munitions, this Fleshraker. Even if they have Sync, it doesn't matter. And don't scoop it up. Alright, solid win. Alright. We bring in Chalice. We can cut the swamp. Oh, not Chalice, sorry. Cavern Souls. Cut the swamp. Chalice of Void. In the side, I think is still worth. I guess we're on the draw. Maybe Chalice. Like, going full Chalice is better. We have the Filigree Silex. Like that. Dust is still relevant for the Kappa. There's a world where it's relevant. Abstergo really is dependent on Emery. We didn't see Emery, so we can't say with any degree of certainty. So I think trimming on this member is fine. Yeah, I'll run it back like this. Veal, I'll run it back like this. Imagine we're on the draw for game 2. That's why I think more Chalice is the better, because if they don't drop their hand on 1, we can Chalice on 2 and say, cool, what you got? They're definitely worse on the draw, I will say, because it's very dependent on what your opponent does. And I think if they take a slow hand, I think that's on them for misplaying. Though I guess they didn't see my Chalices. They did not see Chalice, which is relevant. Them not having that info could, in fact, be their downfall. We'll see. Alright, hand's looking pretty good. This is Tron on 3 and the Fleshraker, or Sire. I will pass. Depends on how fast my opponent's hand is, but this looks pretty decent. I'm gonna keep an opening 7. Saga on 1, Bobble. Bobble crack, target me. Interesting. Shadow Spear, sure. Seems like a slow hand from opponent. Ugin. Ease a map. Find the map. Find the map. Question of the day now is whether or not opponent has... I'm trying to think of why they would go Saga on 1 and nothing else. Islet? Maybe they have Blood Moon on 2 with a Opal? Maybe. Opal? One more artifact, Blood Moon? Possibly. Would be pretty good. Would allow Saga to stick on 2. No. Interesting. Natural Tron. In that case, do I play the Mind Stone here for 8 mana next turn? With 8 mana, we go Fleshraker down to 5, Fleshraker down to 4. No. We'll just hold here. So they make a construct. It's a pretty decent sized construct. It's a 4/4. Can go up to a 5/5/6/6, maybe 7/7. They could also boots the construct if they have another thing. Another land, another mana. Another construct. I will crack the map prior to resolution in case they did bring in Needle. Honestly, maybe I should have allowed for them to do so since we already have Tower in hand. Now I think about it, that actually would have been kind of funny. Crack the map for another Tower. And pass. Yeah, maybe I should have allowed that. That would have been kind of funny. So, do you have boots and a mana? Because if so, I'm going to clock for what? 8? No, not 8, jeez. 6. 13? Yeah, 13. So we have mana plus boots. I get it for 13. I'm pretty sure we saw boots, but the 2 affinity matchups are... Oh, they'd have Needle. Okay. Needle for Karn. Needle for Ugin? That's suspect. Why would you name Ugin? What? Huh. That's really weird. We'll cast Sire 7 Death and pass. Out of all things with a Pithy Needle, why would you name Ugin? Like, that's a weird one. That's a really weird one. You know I have Tron on 3, and you Pithy Needle and Ugin, no fear of Karn. Okay, you do you, opponent. You do you, that's all I'm gonna say. So now we're trying to ramp to Ugin to exile the Kappa. We'll need 11 mana. Triple Fleshraker. Oh god, opponent's in a world of hurt now. Fleshraker? Fleshraker trigger? Have fun rebuking. I guess you actually can't even rebuke. That's the funny part. Actually, why did you tap down your construct? Is that a consign? Sure, go for it. Always yield. We shall Fleshraker. I guess that's why you tapped down a construct. Into Mind Stone. Do I feel the need to crack the Mind Stone? I don't think it really does too much. No. I mean, next turn, we can play Ugin, pay for the Kappa. Yeah, let's go to combat here. We do need to remember that... No, Shadow Spear doesn't give ward. It's, whatchamacallit, Boots that gives ward. So opponent's down to 3. Sire's now pseudo hexproof. And if I just play a single color spell here, I win. Maybe I should have cracked the Mind Stone, but the Ugin also wins us the game, gets rid of the Kappa. Oh no, maybe I should have cracked the Mind Stone because then if we drew into anything, yeah, no, we should have. Well, we'll scoop it up anyways, we'll take the win. But I definitely should have cracked the Mind Stone. We would have whiffed on the All Is Dust, but c'est la vie. Because at least last turn they were tapped out. If we had drawn into Chalice and a Mind Stone, what have you, we would have then just won on the spot, not even giving our opponent another turn to then equip Shadow Spear to Kappa to gain some life. Not that I think it would matter given the current board state. Alright, well, first league back on Tron, and we are already 4-0. Let's see if we can get the trophy here. We'll be back for match 5. Alright, we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. Hands really, hold on, double Devourer. We're going to reveal Devourer, Gemstone. What flavor of Eldrazi is this? We're going to exile the Devourer. I'm going to yield all. Let's take a look. Is this Tron, or is this Ramp, or is it Brood Scale? It's Tron. Alright, so they don't need a Mind for Tron. We could technically Chalice on one. Double Ulamog out. Should be the only 2 Ulamogs. Lab. I mean, if they go for a turn 2 Karn here, it's GG's. Map. So Chalice is doing nothing, I don't think. I think Chalice here just hurts me more than it hurts them, honestly. Resolve. That is a Mine Tower K command. I will grab the mine. V will play the mine. V will pass. And pass. Crack map. For lab. Ooh. Lab. Talk Devourer. Yep. Passing. So that tells me they didn't have a land in hand. Map. Ooh, hello. So we will play the map. I don't think Chalice will matter here because they're going to play Karn. The hope is that they don't have another lab for Liquid Metal because that will give us a turn to then go into Ugin. Yes. We'll pass. And pray they don't have Karn. There's Karn. In response, crack the map. So we're going to grab the tower. And we'll pass. Imagine Karn will grab Liquid Metal. We could Chalice on 2, forcing the Karn to plus on Chalice. That is a consideration. 1 for map. So must have drawn into the temple. We'll draw K command. So we'll play the tower. Another option is to K command go digging for Karn. 2, 4, 6 Eldrazi, 5 non. So we can dig a total of 6 deep. Well, this becomes interesting. The alternative is to play Ugin. We could then 0 Ugin for Chalice on 2. Again, that forces Karn to plus. We can then K command. Okay, yep, I see the line. I see the line now, friends. Well, we're gonna Ugin. Ugin target nothing. Yield all. Ugin will 0. We're then gonna Chalice for 2. Ugin trigger. Target nothing, yield all. This forces Karn to plus on Chalice. They'll play the Liquid Metal Coating regardless. they're going to then target a land on upkeep, in which case then I K command. Yes, I like this. Plays Temple, 2/4. Yep, Chalice down. Plays the Liquid Metal. Yep. This is fine. Goes to upkeep. Draw. Liquid Metal Coating, target tower, we float. K command, we're gonna go full. 6 deep. Done. Trigger no targets. Yield all. Alright, so no dice on Karn. So Chalice definitely bottom, Map definitely bottom, Mindstone definitely bottom, Ugin bottom, Devourer bottom. There is a question on whether or not we want to go double Fleshraker at this moment in time. Opponent has access to 2, 4, 5, 6, let's say 7, 8 mana next turn. So they very well could go for Leveler. I think I have to bottom all. Draw fresh. Sire's not bad. We'll draw. Power plant. So in that case, I will... Oh, that's interesting. So we have access to 8. We could push up to 11. We could go Fleshraker into Sire, but that doesn't solve Karn. So I think I will plus again. Plus Ugin. Another K command. We could dig another 6 deep. Huh. 2 cards in hand, one's a Devourer. Yes, we're going to dig another 6 deep for Karn. Because I find Karn, I can grab Flute, name Karn, and then potentially just win off of Ugin. Done. Yield all. There's Karn. Temple, no. So Temple bottom. TCAS is also not bad. I'm going to say Ugin, no. We'll go TKS top, Karn top, draw. Cast Karn, Ugin done. Yield all. Crack map. For a lab, like I thought. So that way they push the 8. Karn minus. Yes. So then we're going to grab Disruptor Flute. And then Flute name Karn. Done. Yield all. Name Karn the Great Creator. And pass. Alright, what say you, opponent? 2 unknowns in hand. They exiled 2 Ulamogs. The chances of them having a third are highly unlikely. Do you imprint? You do. Do you have a third Ulamog? That would be insane if you did. There's a TKS. Returns the Devourer, regrets the decision. Plays Devourer to apply pressure to board. Not gonna matter though. We'll draw. We'll draw. Cast Fleshraker. Trigger. No targets. Yield all. I will cast TKS and trigger. Done. And opponent will scoop it up. We'll take the win. Alright, let's move the sideboard. So we do not want Chalice in. Dismember is still semi-irrelevant. We can cut out the Abstergo as well as the Swamp if we really want. The biggest question is what we want to bring in. Stonebrain seems relevant. Flute seems relevant. Leveler, and I'm gonna say Ballista. We could... Actually, we actually want Dust out as well, though. Maybe bring in the Metamorph or the Battleship. Honestly, at this point, I just might keep an Abstergo. I need one more card, actually. Damn. This one's kind of rough, sideboard-wise. Kind of want a second Flute again on the side. Maybe cut out a Torpor Orb. Maybe want Flute on the side as well. Like, that's the thing. I think I want a Flute on the side, but I don't know if we have the ability to keep it because these Chalices are dead. This Dust is dead. I guess we could bring in Metamorph and Battleship, leave Flute in the side to dig for Karn. Maybe it's more flexible that way. Fine, we'll do this. We'll do this. Yeah, the sideboard plan here is kind of rough. Yep, we're going to keep this. Looking for either... I guess actually we can look for a lot of things here. Power Plant, Karn, Map. We'll keep. Opponent Wilkins down to 6. Reveal Devourer and pass. Starts with a tower. There's a map. What do we find off of Devourer? Find K Command, Temple. We'll grab the K Command. We're gonna lab Imprint Devourer. Play the Mind Stone and pass. We'll hold up Dismember and hold. There's Temple. We'll hold. We draw. Second tower. I will play the Mind Hold K Command. Crack Map for what? For Temple. We'll hold. Interesting. They might be trying to ramp to an Ulamog. I'm gonna K Command. Ramp and Scry Draw. Done. Another K Command and a Sire of 7 Death. Well, we can play the Sire. If they go for an Ulamog, though, let's say they have a K Command. They can X equals 3. So they would go 4, 5, 3, 8. If they have another Templar Lab, they can win on the spot. So I think we're going to bottom the Sire, top K Command, and draw. And draw. Play tower, hold the K Command, hold Dismember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we can play everything in our deck right now. You know they play at least 2 Ulamog. Show me the K Command. Yep, I was right. X equals 3. So, how do we want to proceed here? We need to get rid of a spawn. That's non-negotiable. Because we need to play around Ulamog. I think I just dismember a spawn here. Dismember a spawn, because that keeps them at 2, 4, 6, 7. So at most they go to 9, then we K command on end step. And go digging. Yep, I was right. I'm in danger. End step. K command. We need to find Karn to Silex or find Stonebrain. X equals 4. No Karn finds the power plant. Bottom Mind Stone, bottom map, bottom Devour, top the power plant. We have Tron, we just need something to play. Not another power plant. We'll play the power plant. Crack the Mind Stone. Draw a card. Devour's not it either. I will play the Mind Stone. Crack the Mind Stone. Draw a card. Ugin's not it either. For fresh hell. 2, 5. Don't like it. Don't like it. We could Ugin. Ulamog then hits Ugin. And a land. We have remaining Tron lands. So probably play the Ugin as bait. Yeah. We'll play the Ugin as bait. Ugin. Done. Maybe drawn to a K command here. Actually, a flute would work too. Flute would work. Ugin plus draw. Hey! Alright. Please don't have another K command. Please don't have another K command. Please don't have another K command. Oh god. Shit. Alright, well this K command means nothing now. I'm in danger. I needed Karn so bad into Silex. Like that is what I needed here. They're digging 7 deep. If they find Ulamog, I am gonna be in trouble. We're not dead, but we're definitely in trouble. Definitely in trouble. I need you to whiff. 7 deep. 3 top, 4 bottom draw. I mean, there's no point in me K-commanding one of these spawns. Do you have an Ulamog? If you have an Ulamog, I'm in danger. Needle. Sure. Name Ugin. Yes, that's unfortunate, but not the end of the world. It's not an Ulamog. That's an Ulamog, though. Yeah. Wait, what? What is this? What are you doing? Stop it. Is this another K command? For like 14? I was close. I guess it was 14. So I didn't find the Ulamog the first time. I feel like they're going to find it this time. And since they pith needled the Ugin, it's no longer acting as bait. They're going to hit 2 lands. Ooh. I mean, we're still not dead. We're still not out. Since we have Tron in hand. Taking 12 deep. 2 top, 10 bottom. What did you find? That feels like Ulamog. That's an Ulamog. Yes, Ulamog targets. Yes, that resolves. Ulamog hits board. We draw a map. We could go for map, yes. At the very least, we play the power plant. Do we play the map or hold up K command to scry draw after the Ulamog? I think I do that. Yes, we'll hold. 6, 8, 10. Do I go after a spawn, actually? Do I go after a spawn? Because if they have a second Ulamog, I don't know if I can recover. I don't think I do, but if they have a second Ulamog, I'm in danger. Ulamog. 20 cards to exile. Take 10, down to 9. Swamp. It wouldn't have mattered anyways. You do have another Ulamog. Damn. Emrakul the Promised End. What? Well, I'll be real, opponent. I was not expecting that. Ramp and scry draw. Done. Yield all. TKS Ugin, no. Bottom draw. Flesh Raker. Sack, pass. I need Karn here for bridge. Lab, I mean, yeah. You crack map, fail to find, and call it a day. Lab. Actually, how many Karns did you exile? Actually, none. Imprint Devour? Sure, that's fine. Give me more mana. Do it. I mean, all you should be doing here... Okay. Sure, I guess. I don't know why he played Lab. I don't know why he imprinted it. Questionable decisions all around. All he should have done was played map, cracked map, failed to find. Not that I think that matters. What are you doing? Stop it. Sure, play the map for me. I guess that means I can thin on upkeep. Yeah, so what we can do here is we can crack map. We've already played how many K commands? 3? How many Mind Stones have we seen? Well, actually, no. Let's see. We have seen... Wait, where's my Phyrexian Metamorph? Comes into play as a copy. Actually, how does Metamorph work in this instance? Metamorph. Hold on. Any enters abilities with a copy permanent will trigger... Metamorph won't get the cast trigger, will it? I don't think it will. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I guess the enters trigger, but not the cast trigger. The question is whether or not to crack the map to thin. Leveler. Battleship. 1 Karn. There's the 4th K command. So we crack the map to thin. I actually don't know how many lands are even left. Hold up. Are there any lands left? 1, 2, 3, 4. No temples. 1. Okay, there's at least a lab. Not that it matters. Okay, so we're going to thin, looking for Karn. we'll grab the mine. So yeah, we see 3 Karns left. We need to hit Karn here. We'll grab the mine. We draw. Bliss is not it. We'll concede. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, I was not expecting that Emrakul. Never in a million years would I have expected that Emrakul. Okay, good to know. How do we proceed then? So we cut out the gemstone. I guess we'll just bring in the swamp and run it back. Yes. Yep. Okay. On the play for game 3. I mean, yeah, we keep this. It's a turn 3 Karn. So we go Temple, K command X2, try and find a 7-mana value spell for Lab, Imprint, Karn into Liquid Metal on 3. Opponent mulligans down to 5. This is feeling promising. They keep 5. Temple pass. And hold off, chance it's relevant. Lab, ooh. Do you have an early Karn? Lab, Imprint, Ugin, Mindstone? They could have an early Karn here. So it's gonna be Karn v Karn. End step. Draw. Mindstone. Temple, hold up K command. Alright, do you have a turn 2 Karn? No, but you have a TKS? I mean, TKS has to hit Karn, I'd imagine. TKS will ETB. Do I cast my K command in response? I don't think I do. You'll take the Karn. I'd be shocked if you didn't. Really? Bold move got him. We'll pass. We'll draw. Second Karn. Play the power plant, play the Mind Stone, and pass. Maybe I should have K commanded. A second TKS? Is this TKS beats? No, it's 5 mana. What are you doing here? Map. TKS connects. We draw. Devourer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I think we go Power Plant Karn plus on Mind Stone. Yes. Karn. Crack the map, yield all. Grabs a temple, Karn plus on Mind Stone, and pass. No attacks. We have second Karn. There's another TKS. That's 6 mana. You're missing the 7 if you want to go for a Sire, but it looks like it's a K command. Yes, that's fine. You'll clock Karn for 4. Draw. Devourer. So we have Karn that can minus. Liquid Metal, Karn into Liquid Metal. Okay, So yes, we're going to Karn minus here. Yes. For liquid metal coating. Actually, 2, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 mana, no. So yeah, we'll go liquid metal coating here. Lab, Imprint, Devourer. Cast Karn. Actually, cast liquid metal coating. Cast Karn. Liquid metal target lab. Karn plus on lab up to 6 and pass. They still are left with 8 mana though. 9 mana. TKS hit Karn down to 2. 2 cards in hand. Four, 5, 9. 7 for Devourer Sire. There's Devourer. We'll draw. Play the tower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Short on, I guess, battleships in deck. Yeah, one of the reasons why I don't like bringing it in. So liquid metal on Temple. Karn plus on Temple. Maybe I should have Karn minus. Shit. No, I guess Karn minus in the bridge wouldn't do anything of value, I don't think. So I think that's probably still the right play. I have 1 card in hand. Yeah. So I think that's still correct. I guess we could have Karn plus on liquid metal and then offered blockers. Honestly, that may have not been wrong. The benefit here, of course, is that they're forced to feed me the TKS. Yeah, maybe plussing on the liquid metal coating would have been right. I don't know. Either rob them of mana. Lab, no imprint, I'd imagine. 1 card in hand. They attack with TKS, Devourer. We'll eat the TKS. Draw a card. Karn down. It's the Thoughtseize bug. Is this Karn? No. For 5, for 6, for Planetarium of Wanchitong. That's fine. TKS. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Karn the Great Creator. And Pwn scoops it up. We got there. Whew, that was a little bit close there. I'm not going to lie. That Karn off top, perfect. Perfect timing. All right. Well, not too bad at all. That there will be a 5-0 for the first time on Tron in a hot minute. We have not played Tron since before RC Vegas, and I think like more or less a month or 2 leading up, we were just full in on E-Ramp. So yeah, it's been a minute since we played E-Tron. So good stuff. As far as the list is concerned, I definitely think it still needs to be tuned a little bit more. I definitely like Chalice right now, though, between the amount of Ruby Storm and Affinity. I mean, just in the last 30 days, 9.1% Ruby Storm, 7.5% Affinity. If you then look closer, the last 7 days, 10% Affinity and 7.8 Ruby Storm. It does make me pause and wonder if Tezzeret might be worth testing again, as it does seem that the meta outside of energy, mind you, has become less aggro and a little bit more combo between things like Yogg, Belcher, Ruby Storm, and Affinity. So I do like the idea of going back to Tezzeret. I do. So I think we might play around with Tezzeret again and see if we can get Tezzeret Tron going once more. My little, my pet card, Tezzeret Cruel Captain. But with that being said, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see the lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my successes and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you're responding the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you would like to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon where you can find these videos ad-free and early. With that being said though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!